Hello, I'm Dr. Lola Ashaye, and you're listening to Connecting the Dots with Dr. Ashaye. So many people desire to lower their dependence on medication, but they also have such difficulty with doing the lifestyle changes that allow this to happen. And as I said in the past, even when you do lifestyle changes, sometimes if you're not sure how it works, it can actually backfire. But we know that health transformation has to be intentional. And today we're going to be starting a new series. I'm going to be discussing lifestyle changes that have been associated with lowering cholesterol. And I'm sure none of these things are new. You've probably heard them before. But if you're not yet doing them, I'm really going to be sharing how you can go from just knowing them to doing them. So the good news is they're simple and they're free. So stay tuned. So you're listening to Connecting the Dots with Dr. Ashaye. I'm Lola Ashaye. I'm a family medicine and lifestyle medicine doctor and owner of In Touch Primary Care in Sugar Land, Texas. And at In Touch, we help you become and remain healthy by giving direct and easy access to the doctor so that you can live fully and enjoy doing what you love. So if you're a business owner, if you're an international visitor, if you have a high deductible, or even if you don't have health insurance, our services are perfect for you. Okay, so we're going to get into it. So what is cholesterol? So cholesterol is this waxy fat-like substance that's produced by the liver and it's found in the blood. And all of us have some cholesterol because we actually need it. We need it to create cell membranes. It helps with vitamin D production, and it helps with a number of hormones and with bile. Well, the problem is when people have too much of the cholesterol, especially the bad cholesterol, which is the LDL or triglycerides, or if they have too little of the good cholesterol, the risk of heart disease and strokes and other health problems get higher. And so lowering cholesterol, when we say lowering cholesterol, we're specifically talking about lowering bad cholesterol to reduce the risk of serious medical conditions. So how can one lower their cholesterol naturally? And I know some of you are thinking, okay, here comes the list. What can't I eat? Now I can't enjoy my life anymore. And you're already starting to feel limited. So you're fighting it. But part of the reason so many of us struggle with healthy choices is because we spend so much time thinking and talking about how hard or how limiting it is without focusing on all the benefits we get from eating healthy. And also because we think it's too hard, we don't even try. But a lot of times with healthy choices, taking it one step at a time is the way to go. And then when we get over that hump, it's much easier. So you've seen people who, take it one step at a time. They got over the hump and now they can, be around everybody eating all kinds of things and they are able to maintain their healthy diet. And that's because they were able to get over the hump and now it's not hard for them anymore. So let's not focus so much on getting over the hump. It's easier to just focus on taking the very next step. So let's get into it. How do you naturally lower your cholesterol? So my first point will be start with increasing healthy fats. So I know fats have a negative connotation, but there are good fats and there are bad fats. And our bodies actually need the good fats, the healthy fats, because they need it to function well. Healthy fats help because they lower our bad cholesterol, they increase our good cholesterol, and again, that reduces our risk for serious conditions. It also helps because it lowers inflammation in the body and indirectly lowers our blood pressure because when our cholesterol is low, we don't have our vessels don't get as hard as they would if our cholesterol is high. Also, good cholesterols or good fats are good for our gut because they help maintain the gut lining. So our bodies actually need this healthy fats. So when you focus on adding healthy fat to the diet, we're naturally replacing some of the unhealthy fats. So for example, if with cooking oils, for instance, you can substitute for healthier oils like olive oil or avocado oil. For snacks, for instance, if you're eating unhealthy snacks, you can substitute for nuts like almonds, pistachio, pecans, hazelnuts, and other, healthier nuts. With the nuts, just be careful with the salt. especially if you have high blood pressure. So just, you can get the unsalted version. Make sure you're getting good quality nuts as well. Or you can incorporate more seeds like chia seeds, sunflower seeds. You can put those in salads and oatmeals, in smoothies. You can incorporate more of those things. And then you can incorporate more fatty fish. So instead of eating a chicken meal or a meat meal all the time, maybe substitute fatty fish like tuna, salmon, and you don't have to do it all at once. Again, you can just try to make some changes and incorporate it into your lifestyle. And once again, talk to your doctor, start with one or two things, see what happens, track it, and then you keep going, but take it one step at a time. So there are other things you can do with your diet, but today I wanted to just focus on increasing the healthy fats. And I've given many examples: olive oil, avocado oil, nuts and seeds, fatty fish, things like that. All those things, you can start with one or two of those things, and then over time, you can see how your cholesterol does. So before I go into the next thing, thank you all for all of you who have subscribed. I really appreciate your support. You're really helping others learn this information, which can really improve their health. So if you would like to join in helping spreading the word, you can do this by subscribing, by sharing, and by liking. So go ahead and take a moment to do this if you have not already. It's really a small action that can make a big difference for others. And I thank you so much for your support. Okay, so my second tip this week is make it easy. What do I mean? So some of you have heard this nutrition tips before, and maybe you just heard it now and you are reminded of it and you're thinking, yeah, those are good ideas, but that's where it ends. So for us, for anything to change, we have to move from thinking it's a good idea to actually doing it. And one of the ways I've been able to help my patients do this is by trying to make it as easy as possible. So we need to not be overconfident in our abilities as humans, because a lot of times we go towards what's easiest, the path of least resistance, right? So for example, right, if you go to work every morning and you take a particular route, that you stop in a particular place, the same place every morning, to grab unhealthy food, instead of just, saying, okay, from today, I'm not going to stop there anymore. I'm just going to go past it and go from there. Probably better off trying to avoid passing that place, because the truth of the matter is, if it's on your way and it's easy to just, branch and get in there and get what you want, then you're probably going to do it. But if you make it a little bit more difficult to get to by just maybe finding a different way to get to work, you're more likely to be successful in avoiding it. Or for example, say your nighttime routine is to, get a healthy snack. While you're motivated, what you could do is put some nuts and seeds. You can put it in your cup, cut up some fruit, put it in the fridge, make it so easy to grab. And then maybe before dinner, you put the nuts and seeds on the table, you put the fruits close by. Just make it easy so that you can see it, so that when you have that craving and you want to eat something that you should, as you put it in your mouth, you probably shouldn't be eating, you are more likely to go for what is easy to grab. And so that's whatever is on your table, whatever is right in front of the fridge, easy to grab, than to go for something that is a little harder to get to. So it'll be even more helpful if, when you're buying groceries, you avoid getting the unhealthy snacks, so that when you go in your fridge and you go in your pantry, there's nothing there for you to have. It's unlikely you're going to go to the store, say it's like 9 p.m. to go get it. So the point is, just make it as easy as possible to get the things that to be healthy, by making all the healthy choices very easily available. Cut up that fruit, if it's, or buy cut up fruit, if that's easier for you. Buy frozen vegetables if that's easier for you. Have the healthy things easily, nuts and seeds easily available. Get the fish in your fridge. Don't buy a whole bunch of chicken and say, yeah, I'm going to eat fish, and you have no fish in your freezer or fridge. So we all need to work on making it easy, understanding that the easier it is for us to do, the much more likely we are to do. And that takes some planning. Okay. The other thing I wanted to say is, I hear a lot of people complain that eating healthy is so expensive. But I'll encourage you to take some time to calculate how much you eat, how much you spend when you buy your groceries, including all the unhealthy snacks that you stop by, the unhealthy drinks, the eating out and all that stuff. Because what a lot of people find is when they actually calculate all those things, including food, real food, we usually find that eating healthy is actually cheaper. So I encourage you, before you assume that eating healthy is expensive, actually calculate out how much you spend on eating, all eating, not just, the real food. And many people actually find that it's not as expensive or even cheaper than what they thought. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, you may have heard these things before, but actually putting them into practice is what makes all the difference. So I want to encourage you to take a moment now, make a decision, plan it out, and then track it so that you know how you are doing. And if you're in the Houston area and you have high cholesterol or any other condition and you're looking for a primary care doctor who is proactive about your health, we're here for you at In Touch Primary Care. You can learn more about our services and how we can help by visiting our website, intouchprimarycare.com. You can also call 713-280-9985. And we look forward to hearing from you and helping you on your journey to better health. So high cholesterol is very common, and unfortunately, people don't have any symptoms. So you have to check, you have to go to your doctor, have blood work and check. And so some people don't even know that their cholesterol is too high. But the good news is you can start reducing your risk of serious conditions now, but it only works if you do these simple things. Doing them is what really matters. And when you do them, you'll be reducing your risk for heart disease, which is the leading cause of death, for strokes, which is the fifth leading cause of death, and you will feel better. You'll have more energy and you can become more productive and enjoy your life. And these things are priceless. So I hope that helps.